Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Cornetic Monthly Podcast.
And we are here for our first episode, which is especially for all the FPL fans going around, and we shall be majoring in FPL as well as your editorial special columns in the football world. So yeah,
I- I'm Nikhil Nair, and that's Srinath.
hi, hi.
So,
So
this is my team currently. So,
yeah,
many people want to know what to choose in the wildcard draft. And to be frank, my team is not doing that great. So, so
uh,
what's so let's do the wildcard draft now, right?
Uh, yeah, so like as compared to the other players, this seems like a reasonably well constructed team, like on the onset. The only thing was since wildcard is a long-term thing, that you should
Yeah,
take care, uh, make your team considering the next 10 game weeks maybe or 12. So this seems like a good enough team. One or two flaws are there, but yeah, otherwise seems like a very solid team, which is good to go for the next 10 or 12 game week. Yeah,
yeah. If the defense doesn't concede that much, then it's good.
so it's basically like each and every team has conceded this time around. It
Yeah,
may be because of the lack of preseason or like the otherwise defensive structure in the Premier League itself is pretty this much
yeah.
pretty volatile.
Can
So
say.
like Liverpool, for instance, Liverpool losing 7-2 is in itself a very big aberration.
Yeah,
Uh,
true.
for
And Leicester
for
conceding three against West Ham.
exactly, exactly, and it seems like this guy David Moyes has taken work from home to a new level. His
Yeah.
performances have improved exponentially since he started working from home. So yeah,
So this was my wild card for the from the last game week. Like I used
yeah,
wild card in the
yeah.
last game week. So this was the team I set up because I wanted to bring KDB or Aubameyang in. That's the thing.
So
Uh,
yeah.
so
This seems like if you want me to run over your team quickly, I'll
yeah,
do that if you want. So at goal, Martinez, he's a very good pick for me. Like whenever I happen to take a wild card, I'll definitely be bringing him in. Because Southampton, I have McCarthy, so Southampton has tended to concede more, and among the all the 4.5 rated goalkeepers, uh, Martinez
it's the
just
best.
seems to be the best around.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like, and Aston Villa have strengthened themselves like in the defense as well. So he seems like a very good pick going into the next few games.
yeah. And they don't concede that many like on target
Exactly.
shots.
Exactly. So whatever they have even considered, that shots they have conceded, Martinez has been good enough to take care of them, and he's pretty much a very solid goalkeeper, which we saw after the post-pandemic part of the season
Yeah, Martinez has
last
been
round.
performing well, and he only conceded two goals till now. No? Aston Villa has conceded
Yeah,
only two
yeah,
goals, both by Salah in the
yeah,
last game,
yeah, yeah.
surprisingly.
Yeah, so and especially with their attacks, certain I had initially predicted that Aston Villa are going down the season, but the way they have started, especially with Ollie Watkins, this guy has
Yeah,
taken the PL by
he could
storm.
be a better pick
So
than Mopai in my opinion.
yeah, but let's give him some more game time to see how he performs and links up with the team.
No, the
Because
deal, yeah, but the main problem is Mopai mostly only scores. Like he doesn't have
So yeah,
that many
we'll
assists.
come back.
Yeah,
We'll come to Mopai.
yeah, yeah,
We'll
sure.
come to Mopai first. I'll just quickly go through the defense as well. Defense of Castagna, Trent, and Lamptey. This is a very good team. Like Lamptey
Assists.
this season, like all the three fullbacks combined together. So like along with the clean sheet potential, they have this assist potential as well.
Yeah,
So, irrespective of the fact how Liverpool have started this season, they are going to, and especially with Trent and Robbo, you can consider them as like essentially as a 7.5 midfielders or 7 million rated midfielders,
yeah,
because they are giving you the same number of assists, and for the price that they have got, it's essentially like you can have them as a long-term thing for the entire season and don't worry about one of the defense places. I'll
yeah.
not advise two Liverpool defenders at this point of time because
I had
um,
Van Dijk and I removed him for
yeah,
Mings, and Mings
luckily,
is on
good
the
for you,
bench.
man. Yeah, good for you. Yeah, otherwise you would have had another minus one.
Yeah,
So yeah, lucky for you.
I thought
But yeah,
Martinez will get a minus, but it's the Liverpool team that disappointed. So
yeah. No. First of all, like with
now,
that team, entire team. So like the entire tone was set. This was coming at some point of time for Liverpool
yeah,
because of the style of play they have.
because the high
But
line actually,
wasn't exactly. But
very high
wasn't
line.
exactly. Yeah. But wasn't thinking that they'll concede seven. I know.
No, they should have
Like Aston
stopped
Villa.
attacking after like conceding five when the score was 5-2.
Yeah,
They
maybe,
should have
but
stopped.
their attacking potential, as in, they cannot, the kind of team they have, they cannot have a low block here
Yeah,
because all the players are pro to pressing. So now, either lose 5-4, you playing your unnatural game, or play, or win, or sorry, or losing playing your natural game. Either which way, so if it's happened to be at 5-2 at around halftime, it was already the game was lost because of the morale and all. It started to go down. So now it certainly seems as a aberration for me, this result. But yeah, at this point of time, we just have to be careful, taking into account Liverpool assets. We have to like slowly just take one of the defenders in the team right now, and as soon as
yeah.
Allison comes, the defense would be much more solid because last time also when Adrian was
Allison
the
came.
keeper,
Yeah, he
the
didn't keep
level
any
of
clean sheets,
yeah,
right?
he just had a he didn't have he didn't have any clean
Zero,
sheets, right?
zero clean
Yeah,
sheets.
right. So at this point of time, it's not advisable to have two Liverpool assets in your defense, but at least one for the
Yeah,
assist potential. So coming to
Lampe,
Castagna, yeah,
Lampe Castagna. Yeah, Castagna is
yeah,
really good bombing forward. So
yeah.
I hope
He's
he does well.
good.
Like Leicester has, what's the next fiction?
Let's say I have a decent game week for me. The last I
Aston
saw,
Villa.
so Aston Villa.
He
So
can
again,
get an assist.
but again, the way I saw the
Clean sheet.
performance against like
West Ham.
this
Yeah, they can
West Ham,
concede goals. So
exactly, and you can just see the way Aston Villa have performed was counter attacking. All right,
mm,
so now they have speed going forward, and unless or until they don't have Madison come back around, they are going to struggle in terms of creating chances. And now, if they set themselves up in a counter-attacking fashion to Aston Villa, they might just struggle a bit.
yeah,
So they'll definitely perform well against the top six sides, but I'm not sure how will they be performing against the lower bottom sides of the team till the time Madison comes around.
yeah.
So
Point.
yeah,
But Madison
but
could be the weak link. Like he's too like during the pressing phase, he's not that like
yeah, but
he's lazy during the press.
it's okay to have one slacking
Lazy
of player
point.
press.
Fair point. Castagna could assist like the assist points what 3.
Yeah, but the only thing is the way I've seen Castagna for playing for Belgium as well. Um, this guy plays on the right. I'm not sure how long will he be staying up once Ricardo Pereira comes around.
No, when
He
Ricardo Pereira
does.
comes around, Justin will move out. No?
Yeah,
Justin was the one.
that's what the thing is. But yeah, again,
I have Justin
Castagna
here.
has been really good for Atlanta. So they have a good player starting off. But if you want to go low, if you want to allocate less money for your defense, then maybe you can search for a Wolverhampton's defender uh, who have a good fixture and you can trust them when it comes to
Yeah, I wanted
the
to wait
defensive.
for the transfer window to close because there was
Yeah,
no point in selecting a Wolves player because all of except Cody, I think everyone
mm,
was a target for any like for other clubs.
yeah.
Like when
No, but
Agre went, when Agre was my first choice.
yeah, same was mine. Same was mine. But let's see how Nelson Semedo performs because he was also bombing forward on the right,
Semedo is expensive,
essentially
I
playing
think,
as
right?
no, he's cheaper than Castagna.
Have to see.
So
Now,
it's basically like it's a horizontal way move. It's not an upward move because the way Castagna has performed so far, it's a very good pick.
yeah,
So I don't think yeah.
I don't need to
So
change
coming
it
to
suddenly, so
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
wait it out.
it's a good pick. You should keep yourself with this team at least for the next 2 game weeks. I don't think you'll be needing a transfer. Maybe yeah. So coming to Lamptey, Lamptey is a very good pick. Playing on the right for Brighton and essentially playing as a winger.
Wing back.
So like
So they have formation of three
no,
five
but
two,
the way
three five
the
one.
way he has come forward, uh,
He
I
seems like
feel
a
that
winger.
exactly. And coming to Trent this time around, I was speaking to you earlier regarding this. That as compared to Trent and Robo is getting
Much
much
higher.
more closer to the box.
Yeah.
Exactly because of the
Chances of get
vulnerability through the right the team has had
no
so far.
because the opponents concentrate on the right flank. Left is always free. That's where
Yeah,
Robo gets ahead that much. And Mane
that
or
and
Jota both come inside. Most of the time they both come inside with the ball. So Robo gets the
no
free hand.
that, but that is there. But the only problem to this is having Trent in the long term, and Robo is getting much better returns this time around. So
Yeah.
maybe this season it's just this thing called. But either which ways, both of them are really good.
Flip
Coming
off
to
a
the
coin
midfield,
between these two.
yeah. So coming to your midfield, yeah, it seems
Costa,
like a very strong,
yeah.
yeah, Costa
Actually, if
head.
FPL provides points for extra work and stuff, Costa would have scored higher. He worked like played very well, but his stats don't match up. And the
Yeah,
bonus
true.
point wasn't given, so I don't get why the bonus points weren't given to him. But
No,
still, good.
coming to Costa, like one drawback that I might have seen him play was that he's not on penalties, which Simon Click is. So I get this feeling that Costa is a very good assist option, but he'll not score directly. But on
He
the
has
other hand,
always
Click,
been that player. He always assists more than goals,
yeah.
score goals.
So considering the way Bielsa has set this team up, I feel that Bamford and Ealing, or and for that matter, Dallas,
Dallas.
are much better FPL assets. But
Yeah.
Costa,
Even
the
I
way he
thought
has
so.
performed, the way Costa has performed thus far, it's been inspirational. Like the way he performed against Fulham, for instance, uh,
He works hard
or
for
for
the
that matter,
team, but
yeah, he's a team player.
stats
But
don't
yeah,
stats don't
exactly,
justify
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Even KDB,
In terms of FPL,
he had a
yeah,
good match.
yeah, exactly. That's my point towards the way KDB also pressed, and for me, he's still the player to go to because as soon as Aguero comes in, he'll be playing in his natural role because
Yeah,
Sterling won't be dropping deep to get the ball, or Maris for that matter. So, and they have a decent list of fixtures. If you see,
yeah, they can
Sheffield have
score
been,
against every club there.
yeah, yeah,
Even Sheffield is conceding this time. So. Burnley is every club is conceding right now, so
Yeah.
there's a chance he'll get
So
an assist here.
no, and it's been what 21 game weeks where KDB has blanked for two consecutive game weeks.
Yeah,
So I don't think that removing him at this point of time is a wisest of the decision.
true.
Because he'll come good. He'll definitely come good. Like
Captain's
along with
choice.
Salah, yeah, I'll come down to that at last. Like Podence again, very good pick. Started along with Raul Jimenez in the striker formation in the 3-5-2-1,
Yeah,
and like the way price he's at, I guess along with Saint Maximin, he's one of the best,
best
better
price. Yeah.
FPL assets. Maybe initially in the season, I thought that Saka might also be in that league, but he hasn't had that many starts to
Yeah,
consider
his
him as a
villain is being
permanent.
preferred.
Yeah, either Willian or Ainsley Maitland-Niles are being preferred ahead of him in the pecking order. So yeah, and so coming to the forward line, uh, yeah, I'll just point out and say I have Jimenez in this team and my team as well. But the way he performed against Fulham was just uh, not right. So, like, I know he's a very good, trustworthy FPL asset. He has a lower ceiling, but more consistency when we see the last two seasons.
Yeah,
But
he's
yeah,
consistent throughout the season.
yeah,
He's a
he'll score
long-term
one.
option, not a short-term.
Yeah, but he'll score one. He'll score one or assist one, maybe. Not more than that. He'll not
Yeah.
go and score a hat trick. Maybe it's been like what in these many games in 2 seasons he has just had two braces.
He has had
Like
maximum of 3 goal contributions in one game. I think that's it.
yeah, exactly. So I know Wolves have a very good fixture list ahead, and it's worth keeping holding on to him. But if he doesn't perform for a couple of game weeks more, I'll consider swapping him for maybe a Calvert Lewin or someone.
We keep him until here, till
Yeah.
Southampton. But
So if you keep
he
him until game
scores
week,
against big teams also, so I'm doubtful whether to keep
yeah.
him or not.
So one thing is advisable from game week 8 onwards. You can go for Antonio for from West Ham. So now
Yeah,
with
Antonio
West
is
Ham,
Antonio is a good option, but the main problem is his hamstring injury, which returns at the wrong time. Last year, I took Antonio. The next game week, he had an hamstring, so he
yes,
has a bad
exactly.
injury record. So I'm not sure whether to take him or not.
No, but there's a very good option in place of Jimenez at this point. Maybe a Calvert Lewin or
Yeah, DCL is a good option,
yeah, exactly. So
but I have a
for
policy of no Everton, no United. That's why there's no United or Everton player in the team.
yeah, so Everton less and Manchester United less team. It's a very good team, but yeah, in terms of FPL, I don't think there should be any like emotions involved into it because
True,
I know
but
you're a hardcore Liverpool fan, but yeah, um, like
I would
I
have
sub-
taken Diesel after the second game, after the first game week itself for the second game
yeah,
week, but
yeah,
I
that's
didn't
exactly what I did after their performance against the Spurs. I simply took a mindful
because
hit
I
and bought him.
wanted DCL just because James James Rodriguez was performing
Yeah,
pure class.
yeah.
Was
The
putting
last
the
season,
balls in places like Diesel had to tap in. Richarlison had
yeah,
to
yeah,
tap in.
yeah,
Those were the kind of, but they were not on the level. So I knew the goals were coming, but I didn't want an Everton player here, so I didn't.
yeah, yeah.
Richarlison was a good
Completely
bet
agree.
as well, but DCL was better.
No, as
DCL
compared
exceeded
to
expectations.
yeah, he's just had a expected goal of 1.1.
Hmm.
So yeah, 1.1 per match. So he has had six goals, which is exceeding his expectations. It definitely would come down
Yeah.
in the due course of the season. But I guess this time around with James performing the way he is, I suspect that he might get to around 15 or 20 goals by the end of the season.
We have to see if Hamesh keeps up the intensity, stamina intensity
Yeah,
levels. That's the
and
only issue,
plus
but I
that's
think Everton will do well this season. So
yeah, but
DCL is a good
the
option
way yeah, and that's what we did with Tammy Abraham as well the last season. So
last
he
season.
started off as a very cheap forward line and forward player, and like he rewarded like us like superb till maybe the 15th or the 16th game week,
And his
and then
points,
completely
his
tapered off.
price increase,
Uh,
no? So we could sell him and buy a more expensive midfielder after a certain point of time.
yeah,
That helped
so
last season.
post lockdown, Tammy Abraham was appalling. So me so was DCL for that matter. So like yeah, there are options apart from Jimenez as well. But for the time being, it's just wait and watch. I'll not take him out of the team just right now because I also have him in my team. So yeah,
The Wolves
and
have a
coming to
good fixture list, that's why.
yeah, exactly. So now Mope, yeah. So Mope, for me, Mope, the way he has done so far is more like a number nine. He positions himself more like Firmino than a proper out and out striker.
But he
So
doesn't
like
assist much. That's the main thing. Like other strikers get an assist.
yeah,
No? He scores more
yeah,
than he
true, true,
assists.
true.
So it's and Brighton make a
Uh,
lot of like they create a lot number of chances
mm,
consistently right now. So I'm like, should I keep him or should I? Because Oli Watkins is better than him.
mm,
He gets into
but
position. His XA and XG is higher than Neil Mobile. So I was on the
yeah,
like I was hinging towards
but
Watkins,
in terms
not
of
because of Aston Villa
6.5,
performance against Liverpool, but before that itself.
yeah, but in terms of a 6.5 rated forward, he's a very good option.
Yeah.
I apparently have Mitrovic in my team, and I'm looking to substitute him because
He's not
he's of course a
starting
Talis.
that much.
No, he's
He's,
starting. He's starting. He
he
just
was
was on the
subbed
bench
on in the first one. Yeah.
for Arsenal. He was subbed on in the second half, but for Fulham, he's the talisman. So now he takes the penalties, scores majority of their goals, and for me in FPL, I have this rule that to take a player from each team scoring the most number of goals or providing the most number of assists. For instance, Danny Ings, for instance, like I was about to come to him, and he has scored 23 freaking goals last term, and considering the way he has performed, and he scores majority of the goals for Southampton. That's the sort of players I want in my team. Of course, the budget doesn't approve of that every time, but yeah, this uh, this team is setting up really well. But in terms of substitutes, I just like to point out a few things that instead of a Kuyate, you can maybe have a Mitchell in your team or
It's just
Ferguson.
Mitchell is a defender, no? Kuyat is just for the bench. I just kept in them for the bench. I wanted Bissouma. He got the red card, so I couldn't keep him. So
Okay, okay.
Bissouma is a
Oh,
better
yeah,
option.
right. He's a midfielder. I just
Yeah.
beg your pardon. But in terms of a like cheap option for Crystal Palace, I'd better keep Ferguson or Mitchell at this point of time. Ferguson is of course injured, but he'll
Mitchell, I
definitely
wanted
once
to keep him instead of Justin because I think Justin won't like
no
Rogers might
maximum.
prefer Luke Thomas after a certain point of time because Justin has been playing well, but against City and against West Ham, he has been making some mistakes. If like I think that Rogers might bench him for the next games. Luke Thomas
Yeah,
is
true,
a
but
talent zone.
But considering that Justin is in himself is not a long-term pick, as
Yeah,
in terms of his performance. Uh, like as soon as Ricardo Pereira comes around, maybe around game week 6 or 7 max. So he should be starting ahead of Justin. So like for me, a defender like a Ferguson or a Mitchell is a much better pick than Justin at this point of time. But yeah, that yeah, that was my take. Otherwise, your team looks set for the next 10 or 12 game weeks. Yeah,
yeah. I'll mostly change Robertson. I'll bring in Robbo, or I'll change Costa. That's the only
yeah.
two things I'm thinking. Let's see.
Uh,
I don't have a
let's
transfer,
see.
I think. Oh, I have one transfer.
Yeah, you can brood over it after the podcast and then
Yeah.
set yourself up a team.
Okay, now your time.
Yeah. So just start it. Yeah, right. I'll just share my screen. Yeah. So is my screen visible, Nikhil?
Yeah.
So yes, that was my deal. I took a -4 hit this time around, and which I've been doing that ever since game week 2. I've taken a -12 hit in total. But yeah, my overall rank is 2 million. I guess 231 points. Not that good. But yeah, um,
If it works, it works.
yeah, the game week 2 transfer list did work. I bought in DCL instead of Kane and bought in Son in place of
Kane's injured, by the way, so got injured
yeah,
today.
yeah, but he's maybe like ready till the next first game.
I don't
But
think so. He got injured right before the match, I think.
okay, so he'll be missing the Belgium game for certain, but I'm not sure that he'll.
They're actually playing, right now. I'll just check. He's on the bench, but I don't think he'll play.
No, maybe he'll
That's
not
the
be
news.
playing this game.
Yeah.
So
We'll have
yeah,
to wait and see for the next friendly as well. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
Kane won't be there for the next game week.
So yeah, coming back to my game week 2 transfers, I bought in Son luckily that game week and subbed off 7.5 midfielder and bought in DCL. So that was a good fund for me, -4. So,
Yeah.
but apart from that, my game week 3 transfers weren't that good. But game week 4 transfers again proved out to be fine. Uh, so I had just bought in Jimenez uh, instead of Werner, and considering the way Werner has performed thus far, I don't regret it to bring him on instead of bring Jimenez on instead of Werner. And another transfer,
Werner, I think he'll take a bit more time
yeah,
to get.
yeah. And once have Pulisic and this guy, what's his name, the right winger from ZH.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So once they both return to full fitness, maybe he'll get better service, especially with Havertz at number 10 and the other two players. Maybe that's what plan is. But yeah,
Let's
and
see.
yeah,
When Agra is
and
gone, you will have to substitute him.
yeah, yeah. And the other transfer which I made was, let me recollect, McCarthy was there. Okay.
Team's decent, by the way.
Yeah, I bought in De Bruyne instead of Oba, the previous game. So yeah, if I had done the captaincy swap from De Bruyne to Salah, which I had him till in the Indian Standard Time, I had him till 12 p.m. on the Saturday, 12 p.m. till Saturday, and the deadline was 4 p.m. here. So like it was a last minute ditch to try something, but didn't
I
work.
never
But
changed my captain from Salah or Oba. Maximum Oba. That's it.
no, the way Guardiola has started setting up
De Bruyne
Man
is
City,
playing deeper.
De
That's
Bruyne,
why I didn't want to captain him.
no, against Wolves and the other team, he was playing way ahead than he did for this thing. It was a tactical thing which Guardiola had done, bringing in Foden much ahead of in terms of positioning. Foden was much ahead of De Bruyne
Yeah.
on the last game week, but again, he's a long-term pick. I don't regret him making the decision because a lot of FPL managers have had that, so I don't regret doing that. But again, one unlucky bet which which didn't turn out to be fine. But yeah. So Nikhil, you can start ripping my team off, as they say. Uh,
McCarthy is a decent pick right now because he's consistent for FPL. In just FPL point of view, he's consistent. Even if Southampton are losing, he's consistent there. He gets the saves in, so he gets most of the time he gets the bonus points in that match. So he's a good pick. And Gavin
and
Mitchell is a
one more.
decent cheap pick. So
Sorry to interrupt you, Nikhil,
yeah,
but one more thing. I've had him since game week one, McCarthy. So, when he didn't perform, a lot of FPL managers had decided to take him off and waste their transfers in for a goalkeeper. I know he's not in comparison to Emi Martinez, who's at the same value. I
yeah.
don't think McCarthy is better, but yeah, in terms of performance,
There's a better chance of getting bonus points than Emi Martinez.
that and you have to be consistent with your goalkeepers in FPL. When you're wild carding, you can change them. Otherwise, please don't do that.
Yeah.
For all
You
the
are
viewers
wasting
who are
your free transfers for like
exactly,
keepers
exactly.
don't get more than nine. Double digits are rare for keepers, so there's no point in
Yeah.
wasting a free transfer on them.
On an average, if they get around 4 or 5 points throughout the season for a keeper, that's really
That's
above
decent.
average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gavin
So
Mitchell, you're right back, right? Um, Gavin Mitchell plays right back, but like I don't know if he'll keep performing to the level he is right now.
mm,
He's a good pick because Crystal Palace are known for keeping clean sheets, so
mm,
definitely he'll keep clean sheets. But thing is, like attacking wise, I don't think he'll contribute much because the back four for the Crystal Palace defense they don't bomb forward, none of them. And
mm,
if it's rare that they bomb forward, so mostly he'll only get points for clean sheets and maybe a bonus point.
yeah.
He's a good
No,
pick, but still that's the issue. Oh, that's the only
no.
issue I
Mitchell
have
is
with him. He's cheap.
Mitchell.
That's the main
Yeah,
point. Very cheap.
exactly. So with Mitchell, the reason I bought him in was he's again not a long-term pick for me. As soon as I wildcard, I'll be removing him off my team. I'm just not wildcarding right now. But as soon as Patrick Van Aanholt comes in, he'll be removed from the team.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I
he's not
keep
a
Van
long-term pick.
Aanholt. If I used to keep Van Aanholt for the last 2 seasons, I have had Van Aanholt instead, like on my left back. Even if Robertson is there, like I'll pick
Mm,
Aanholt and keep my two fullbacks as Liverpool, and I used to keep these three because Van Aanholt always bombs forward.
yeah.
He gets the bonus points as well, like, most of the
Mm,
time for Crystal Palace, more than Zaha did for some time consistently.
yeah.
So I wanted to keep him, but he's not that much. Mitchell is a decent pick, but long term, if a defender just gives 5 points or 2 points per average, that's not good for a defender.
True.
If you want to finish higher, if you're satisfied
Yeah.
with
No, for
That's
a
okay.
4.5 pointer player, which Mitchell is, I think he's not that bad a pick. But
Yeah,
again, he's a very short-term pick, not a long-term pick. As soon as Van Aanholt comes in, as I said earlier, he'll be taking his place. So yeah,
same as Justin.
yeah,
He will
true.
be replaced.
We had discussed about Justin earlier, so
Yeah,
I guess
same thing.
that's what you feel
Yeah.
about him. Yeah,
And Robertson also. Robertson or Trent. That's the thing. Right
yeah,
now it's or. Otherwise, normally it should have been and. Now it's or.
yeah,
Considering how Liverpool are conceding goals.
and especially with Robbo being a cheaper out of the two, I
The point
just
five.
preferred him more. Yeah,
I had
so you can
Robo
save
before the last one.
your yeah, but I just get this feeling that Robo will increase in his price, and Trent will drop in a bit during the season. So
I
yeah,
think
it will be leveled out.
every Liverpool player's price will drop if they're
Yeah,
dropping the prices this week.
yeah.
And
So
Son is a very good. Right now, he's the best pick of his first place, even better than
yeah,
Kane. Because Son is assisting and scoring.
mm,
Kane, like consistently.
mm,
Kane is having those moments in between. Like he will score in one match, the other match he's done.
mm.
He does not get a look in as well. So, but Son is always a threat. So I think he'll score goals and he even if Spurs lose the game, there's a chance that Son will get a bonus point.
Yeah,
That's the main thing about Kane also gets. Kane's the second best, like second most
mm,
picked player from Spurs.
yeah.
There's a reason
But
Son is picked.
there were two things that was pondering whether to keep in Son after the previous game week. One was I just had this epiphany that keep reading news about Son and their injury levels and stuff, and
Yes, Son
Mourinho
was
being
apparently injured before the last
yeah,
game.
and it was a punt that I kept Suchek as my backup, and if Son didn't start against United,
Which I could
I
have
might
started.
have yeah, and but Son came in, and I just had this thing, this sort of epiphany when it happens. Now it feels really good.
Yeah,
So now with Son, I just was about to remove him, but decided against it because it was United, and we have seen it against Southampton as well. Whenever there's a high line, Son tends to perform
Son. Yeah,
really well. But against the teams which are having this low block like West Ham, the next game week they have, I don't think Son will be that effective if Kane plays, because Kane will be more vital to the attack then
yeah.
with the center-based attack they have, and maybe Bale may even start against West Ham United. We are not sure about it, but that's what
Bale
the
is
reports
still
say.
recovering, so I see if
No, he
he.
has
I
started
think he'll start from the
training.
bench. So
Yeah, he has started training full with the team, and with Wales's international fixtures are not there, I guess. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm not
no,
sure about
Wales are
Wales's
playing, but
international.
Bale wasn't selected. I think
Yeah,
because Nico
exactly.
Williams is going. So
So yeah, with Bale getting enough rest during the international break, and with Son's South Korea matches also being cancelled, I guess Son is a good pick. But against the top six sides are the teams which have a high line. Tends to perform really well in those matches. But against teams like Newcastle, where he had this really good chance to score, but somehow missed it. But uh, he tends to be pushed out wide in those matches. So
yeah,
um, you're not getting 100% result with Son against the lower teams. But again, he's a very good pick for the likelihood of his returns. When he scores good, like scoring a brace or maybe a
he's
hat trick even.
he's actually consistent now. Like, even if
Yeah,
he doesn't score, he'll give you an assist in a match
yeah,
or get you a
exactly.
bonus if it's a low scoring match. he at least gets a bonus. And so Son is a good pick, and Kane, but Kane is injured, so not sure if he'll play the next week or not.
Yeah.
KDB we went over. He's a good pick.
Mm.
Captaincy pick, I'm not sure, but Salah is definitely a good pick because he's getting in.
He's the talisman. He's the talisman for Liverpool.
Salah
So
this
there's no
season,
question.
Salah has created more chances, most number of chances, has had more XGs and XAs. He's not,
And he has taken most number of shots as well.
yeah. His assist return is low, zero assist as of now, but
No, he
he will
had
get
just
an
one
assist.
assist, right? He had just one assist in the second game week, I suppose.
I think yeah, one. But assists are low for him this season, but his XA is very high. So that means
And
it's
again,
not his
highlighting the
fault.
fact that
Liverpool's other players are not finishing properly. So
yeah,
if they start to
no, again
finish,
highlighting the fact, like sorry to interrupt, but again
yeah,
highlighting the fact that Salah without Mane is even more lethal
yeah.
in terms of FPL again.
See, Mane is
So
also
yeah,
performing well, but you can't have both of them together and get a Liverpool fullbacks. So I thought of having Mane Salah like my FPL like in the 2017-18 season. Salah, Mane, and Firmino like that. But these two are too expensive right now, so it's not possible. Podence is a good pick, as discussed. So it's a
yeah,
really good pick actually. Gets into those goal scoring positions or at least creates a chance, runs the channel. So he's a threat. Like his class as a midfielder, he's a winger. So yeah, but
yeah.
he
With
gets into
price as he's at, he's destined to be a
yeah,
very
at
good pick
least
for this.
whatever happens, even if his returns are not consistent, his price is definitely going to increase. So
Yeah,
if we keep him till the December period when the injuries start to pick up, if any of the big players get injured, we can have something in the bank to buy someone else. So on the forward line, DCL, so very good pick. I still regret not having him, but I'll still not have him. DCL, he's getting chances to score. Last season he didn't have those.
that's what. No? Last year he was being serviced by Gylfi Sigurdsson and the other guy.
Even Sigurdsson is a
Uh,
good provider, but
yeah,
the
but
way
not
James
in the
provides
not
is opposite. And the
yeah
problem is not the problem. The benefit of having a left-footed playmaker is evident in football. Most of
yeah.
them are
He
right-footed.
they
Left foot,
curl the ball in, right? So curl
not
the ball
they
in
curl
the other direction.
into a channel that's not like comfortable for the defenders.
Hmm.
It's not that easy if you cut in from the right and curl in. So
Yeah,
it's not common, so the defenders are not generally used to that, and left footers are rare. Left footer
yeah.
whipping those who whip the crosses in. Robertson I know of. Cresswell is one. Everton had Digne only Digne, and he has to play left back.
Yeah, and there was this guy Ben Chilwell at one point of time. He was good, but somehow he
Yeah,
hasn't been
all
consistent
that's
with
no
his cross.
left-footed players are all mostly left backs. James plays the number 10 role, right wing, left wing. Can play all three, so Diesel can get many more chances. And if Ancelotti has a crack, something in his head, can play Sigurdsson and James together.
Yeah,
That will be even more
and
lethal, but the defense will be vulnerable then.
yeah, that'll be good for FPL assets, right?
Yeah,
That's what we are hoping for, praying for each and every day.
I want them
But
to try that against Liverpool, and I want them to lose.
hopefully, let's see. But
Jimenez
yeah,
a
as
consistent
we
choice. Yeah, Jimenez is a good choice, consistent. And Mitrovic, I wanted to take him, but only because he's on penalties. He
Yeah.
doesn't do much
Otherwise,
otherwise.
yeah. I was thinking about Bamford as well. But with
Bamford is in a
Bamford, there's
good form, but Rodrigo has started playing well, and Bamford has never been consistent in PL even before
in the Champions League as well, Championship as well.
championship as well.
The So
So
he
he
just had
doesn't score.
16 goals the last term. So I don't think he's a long term pick. He's right now outperforming his XG, but
Yeah,
in the long term, I don't think, especially with once teams start to slowly figure out what kind of an animal leads are, the goal returns are definitely would drop.
yeah, he presses well, but I don't think he'll consistently score that much. He's actually he's one of those players who's doing better than what's expected, like DCL.
Yeah, yeah,
Exceeded expectations, but I don't think like Bamford will sustain that much. And Rodrigo
yeah.
depends. Rodrigo is a finisher, so I know he'll score goals after he gets used to it.
No, he has to get used to the Bielsa system because he
Yeah,
cannot press like Bamford or any other player because he has just had, without a preseason, he has just had a few matches here and there, which is not, and that too, he hasn't started in all of them. So, like, in terms of Rodrigo, I'll just wait in and see how he does.
yeah.
And
I'm
then
not
if,
saying Rodrigo is is an FPL asset, but like Rodrigo would be a better bet than Bamford because in FPL you want the stats in, so Rodrigo has more chance of scoring goals than Bamford
yeah. So,
if you want from leagues.
I guess,
That's the thing.
I guess there are
And
few
James
substitutions.
Yes, James and Suchek are good substitutes actually. Suchek gets into the box a lot.
Yeah,
He's
he's that
he's not
Fellaini type player, right? So,
he's actually
with
better
what
than
Moyes did.
Fellaini. I don't know why people compare him to Fellaini. But Suchek is better than Fellaini actually, technically and uh,
No, with Moyes, there's this one guy who's just big and comes to the box from the
that's the
central midfield.
traditional Indian. That's a traditional English way, like one destroyer type player who will
Yeah,
destroy in the box
with
as well and destroy opponents' attacks as well. Try to destroy in the box as well, like destructive players. So
yeah,
Suchek isn't that destructive, but he's a good player. He can find those balls and so he can get assists also, and he
yeah.
can
Especially
score.
for a 5 million player, he's a very good pick for me.
Yeah, Suchek is a good pick. Nyland is not worth it.
Nyland has
Neither
been
is
transferred, if I'm not wrong.
yeah, he wasn't worth it before that also. So.
Yeah, so contract terminated. So I
Nyland
kept
wasn't
him.
worth
I have this policy before the wild card. I'm not going to change in my
keeper. Yeah,
goalkeeper, so won't be doing that. Um,
and
and with
Vinagre is
regards,
gone.
yeah,
Vinagre has
Vinagre
to
has gone
go.
to Olympiacos. Again, I have just transferred him this game week in for Ailing. So I've made the transfer, and I guess this is what my team looks like for the next game week.
Ailing is a good option.
I've not taken in a wild card, and I haven't had
Ailing is
any
a
hits.
good option actually. It will be a
So yeah,
clash of systems. Wolves versus Leeds. It will be fun.
yeah, and
But
for me, I'm
if you want to have a good return, either take Ailing off or take Podence off. Because if Wolves do
yeah.
well, he'll get a negative point. Uh, he'll not get those clean sheet points. And
No,
if
this is
Leeds
a
do well,
long-term thing, no? So I'm not
yeah, you can
for the
substitute him for who? Suchek,
maybe that's an option.
three four
Because
three five two.
I'm just looking for. I'm not set with my team right now. I'll make a few substitutions. I'll take off James as well, James Reese James.
Wait for
of
the
my team.
substitutions until the last day
So
because the international friendlies end on Wednesday
yeah,
night.
yeah. So I can be making the changes. I'm not going to take any hit. That's what my plan is before I take in on a wild card. But yeah, so with there's this option to bring in Mitchell as well, who's playing against Brighton, who have been good attacking wise, but there's this potential for clean sheet as well for Mitchell. The way Crystal Palace set up and all. So yeah, yeah. Now it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
So I'm just not sure in about the captaincy as of yet. I had
yeah.
just
Son is a
happened
better
to.
pick than Salah actually because it's against West Ham and Son does
Yeah,
do
but
well in the
again,
London derby. So and
yeah.
Salah is away to Everton, and away to Everton, Liverpool rarely score goals that much. So Son would
Yeah,
be a better
so
option if you have.
yeah, but I'm still not certain because the way Everton have set up this season has been more attacking than defensive. So there's
Yeah,
this slight opportunity where a team like West Brom has scored a couple of goals against them who don't have any structure whatsoever to their attack.
West Ham is
Then a
dead.
team like a team like Liverpool can certainly score up against them. So
Yeah, they
they
have a
have this
bad defense.
lopsided they have this lopsided attack which is coming everything from the right. So now as soon as they crack in out that and with Dinia bombing forward, Salah is a very good option to just run into the spaces left by Dinia. So like this happens every season, and we say that this is an opportunity, but again it turns out as nil-nil
Liverpool
draw at
Everton
Goodison.
at Goodison is normally 0-0 or 1-0 to Liverpool.
Yeah. So again, my plans are to substitute Reese James as well. I wonder why I'm saying James Reese here. But Reese James here. But Mitchell is a decent pick.
Still against
Again,
Brighton, Derby, Crystal Palace against Brighton, Derby.
yeah.
Mitchell
And
should
I'll
be a better. James is a good option because Southampton have a high line. He will get chances to
yeah,
go
but
forward.
especially with Ben Chilwell starting and with one-sided certain, one side of their fullback is certain. I don't think the way Chelsea have conceded this term, especially with Southampton's attacking prowess, I don't think Reece James would be starting the game. Like I bought in because he was started ahead of Aspie in the Liverpool game, but
Yeah.
since then it's been all downhill for him. So I bought him in on for in the third game week maybe against West Brom,
But even if he doesn't
which
start and he gets subbed on and gets an assist, he'll score more points than Mitchell will ever against Brighton.
yeah, that's why I've made the Mitchell the first sub. Again, Mitrovic my second sub because I just don't want to remove him just now, take a hit and get in someone.
Yeah.
I'll remove him if my wild card. I'll most probably take my wild card in maybe sixth or the seventh game week as soon as the fixture difficulty starts getting improved for many of the teams like West Ham or the other teams, and fixture difficulty rating starts getting difficult for starts getting higher for teams like Tottenham and all. So now
Yeah.
I have this decision to make. Like I have this option to wildcard right now, which seems like traditionally, which is a very good tactic used by the FPL managers to take the wildcard after the international break. But yeah, I don't think I will wildcard just right now because I need more data because it's just been game week 5 and we have to. Uh,
Wait it out.
I just
Yeah.
need, yeah, I just want to, and my performance hasn't been that bad as compared to managers who have taken the wildcard. So I'll not say it's
I
been
took
very
the
good.
wild card and scored 5 points fewer. So
Yeah, so but yeah, overall points were 231. I'm not happy again. I did have I could have scored easily more with my captaincy choices during the first game week as well. I happened to pick Oba ahead of Salah in terms of your captaincy. So
yeah,
I've made a few blunders in terms of captaincy. I'll not call them blunders. They were good speculations which were made, but they didn't turn out to be that great. So could have been better. Maybe I could have reached the 250 mark by the end of previous game week. But yeah, especially with without the wild card, I guess pretty much satisfied with the team I've got. And plus the performances of the teams have been extremely volatile. One day Leicester go on to beat City, the other day in the next game week itself they go on to lose to West Ham.
this
So
time.
um,
No one's consistent right now. So.
exactly. So
But
like
there will
at
be
this point of
goals.
time,
So
yeah, at this point of time, I just want to struck it out and like just take in these game weeks, and as soon as one strict pattern comes around, I'll wildcard as soon as that happens. Uh, Once maybe the fixtures also start to ease out for teams, and once teams start to gel together since this international break and all is over, the right
that's
time for some managers. But for me, I just need a little more data because this season has been extremely tough for the even the great managers. I'm just starting it out. It's
yeah.
just my third season this in this FPL. So I guess I've been doing reasonably well as compared to other pundits and
Yeah.
your FPL like season campaigners of the FPL. But yeah, I'm like pretty much satisfied with the team, what my team has done thus far.
It's a decent return. That's it.
So that was it. If you can suggest some players who's on your watch list and who's not, that'd be great.
Eze from Crystal Palace is on my watch. He's
I like him. I like
creating.
him.
He's he's
He's
getting into
running like hell, man. He's
he's
running like hell.
getting into positions and like he's creating something, but he's not like finishing it off, like getting away the pass for the assist. So still has to learn. He's a young kid, so that's the thing. And from Brighton, there are many players who can be on the watch list. Trossard is there. Pascal Gross, he's not playing that much, but he still gets the like when he plays, he gets those crosses in, gets a chance. Trossard hit the post 3 times, left, right, and center against United. So he's a threat. Trossard and one more guy is there no, in the attack. Aaron Connolly. He's also getting chances and he's not finishing. So Brighton, we have to look out for Brighton. Solly March is bombing forward. He could get assists consistently. And others, mostly I looked at Brighton and there's this guy, forgot his name, from Fulham. He's getting into positions well, he's not finishing it off. If he could finish it properly,
Who? Can you repeat the name?
I think Kamara, I think, number
Yeah,
47.
Kamara, right? He
He's
almost
getting
scored
into,
against Arsenal as well.
yeah, he's getting into positions, but he's not scoring. So,
Yeah. But in terms of the play that Fulham have had this time around, I'll stay away from a couple of two or three teams this time. With
but
Sheffield having this
yeah,
second season lead,
Sheffield is
uh, one player
what it
I
is.
just love to keep bringing him in is Rian Bruce. So for a
Ian Brewster, I
4.5,
don't think he'll start right now, so I'm not sure.
yeah, but if he once he starts, no, for a 4.5
I'll
forward,
I'll wait until he starts. If he gets his first game,
mhm,
based on that, I'll select. Even if he doesn't score that, you have to see if he gets into those positions he's shooting. He has a good XG or XG. You have to see all that. He's a cheap option actually, so that could work. If I could sell Mopai and bring him in, I'll get good balance to buy someone else also.
Yeah. I'll just quickly share my screen again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just quickly run through the potential wildcard teams that's there. Yeah. Got 1.5 remaining in my bank, and my team value is what? Where should I look for my team value here?
Well, he should be up at the top. It's not there.
Okay, maybe here.
No, it won't show you.
Okay.
Status.
Mm, so yeah, okay. Leave it. I'll just quickly run through the team. I'll definitely for certain remove Nyland and maybe bring in a 4.4 point rated goalkeeper. Maybe Steer from Aston Villa, or yeah, or
Here
that,
won't
or
play.
Foster from Southampton. So those are my two options here. I'll just go Foster because
Foster
if McCarthy stops
doesn't play. Yeah.
playing, yeah, and considering that, maybe if I'm wildcarding, I might just bring in Emi
Martinez.
Martinez.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just make sure that I don't make these transfers because I'll be suffering huge amounts of points. But just a second, 0.5.
Oh, his price has increased.
Yeah, if his price is increased, I'll remove James from my team for certain. Since Aspi has tended to start on the right, I'll bring in Castagna or
Cresswell.
Cresswell maybe. Yeah, but Castagna is a much better decent pick. I'll keep Mitchell and Justin. I'll remove Justin. Bring in maybe who's there? Size maybe of West Ham.
Roman
Sorry,
size. But he concedes a lot of penalties.
no, but he's good at attacking returns, especially
Yeah.
with the set piece. So yeah, I'll be keeping Salah and De Bruyne in my wildcard team as well. I'll
Salah, De Bruyne, Aubameyang. You have to have at least two of these three.
yeah, and maybe Son is also getting up there, especially with this return this season. And I'll keep in Foden. I'll stick with Jimenez as well. Maybe I'll remove Mitrovic for maybe just a second. How many? I've got 6.1 in my bank, right? So
10.6. 10.6.
money remaining. It's 6.1.
6.1. Yeah, okay. Sure. So you can
So
only have Mitrovic in that range.
yeah. So
Or
maybe if
Bamford.
Bamford or Mitrovic with the prices, maybe I
Yeah.
can like how do you go back? You don't have to. Yeah, I'll just restore these players
Yeah.
before. So I'll maybe instead of size, I might just bring in someone else. If I want Antonio for my team. I really want him, and it's just 0.2 million extra with to bring him in.
But
Um,
Antone is always a risk.
yeah,
Martinez.
but the way he has performed thus far, I think I'm happy with him. The way he has done, and in terms of like selection, there's even Wilson in the pecking order. Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
Wilson is actually playing well.
Especially with the service that he's getting from
Matt
Brian Fraser.
Ritchie, Ryan
Uh,
Fraser, Alans, and Maximan.
yeah, exactly. Seems like a good bet,
Yeah,
but again,
Wilson is
yeah,
Wilson has always been consistent.
yeah. I might just bring in another James Rodriguez, who's in my watch list. But again, with James, that's the thing. How long will this great run of form continue?
So
So
he
as
has to
soon
be
as
a long-term
Richard,
thing.
yeah, exactly for a wild card as well, and as soon as Richarlison comes in, he'll automatically shift a little deeper, and his attacking returns would rise.
Yeah,
I was just talking to you the other day that Rodriguez isn't even on penalties. So now, only thing is that either he comes up with assists when Richarlison is playing
yeah,
and scores a few goals here and there. But I don't think he's a that great a pick. But for a 7.8 rated player, he's worth a go.
yeah.
Definitely worth a go, but not in my particular system. Maybe I'll change it the entire when it comes to my wild card. But for the time being, he's just on my watch list. He's not. I'll just not bring him in right away. And another player whom I'm looking for is Danny Ings. So especially with Jimenez underperforming, I just tempted to bring in Ings instead of Jimenez because they are of the same price bracket as well.
Yeah,
And another player is Ollie Watkins, who's a very good pick instead of Mitrovic. Again, rated 5.9.
same. Yeah,
So, yeah, either him, Ollie Watkins, and another player who is just good in that 7 to 8 sort of range is uh, Jack Grealish, especially with he's got good finishers this term. So he'll come up with those assists every now and then. And
it's a good bet.
yeah, again, and one more player I'd like to talk about is Pulisic. So with Pulisic, that's the thing. Again, once he starts to play regularly, he'll definitely have those returns. Initially, I kept in Son as a placeholder for Pulisic, but the way Son has done so far, I guess I might just keep him in a foreseeable future. But let's see how things pan out and how quickly does Pulisic hits the ground running. Yeah, that's my team for the game week. So I'm just not looking to play the wild card right now, but yeah, in a couple of game weeks time, I once I get more information how teams have been performing and how teams have done so far, I'll just make the wild card.
Good enough. It should work. Like better to wait it out.
Yeah,
This is a decent
should not be
age.
getting too late, but especially with the way I have done so far without the wild card, I guess I'll wait in for a couple of game weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll just stop this share. Yeah. So thank you guys. This has been a very long podcast, but I guess an entertaining one for you guys. Write us down in the comments down below that how can we improve this being a first podcast. So yeah, we'll do this every game week once the international break gets over with, and yeah, and stay tuned for the editorials as well. Those are real interesting topics that we'll be coming up with.
Watch out for those. So thank you guys.